Welcome back to another post-game reaction by yours truly. Packers got a victory 34-13 over the Arizona Cardinals. It's week 6. I'm ready to go. I'm pumped now. I'm ready to sit back and relax for the rest of the 3 o'clock games and Sunday night games and Monday night games because my Green Bay Packers got a huge victory over the Arizona Cardinals, and I just could not be any more fucking ecstatic because you know what? I'm sitting back here chilling right now because I can't believe I sat through that game and my heart wasn't racing the whole time. I wasn't pacing back and forth. I wasn't motherfucking this, motherfucking that. I was just sitting here relaxing the whole time during the game. The Packers were in complete control the whole game. Sure, yeah, you're going against NFL players, and they're good too. But they had their moments. Arizona definitely had their moments, but quite literally, Arizona shot themselves in the foot all game long. The Cardinals coming into this game, a 2-3 football team, coming over a big win over the San Francisco 49ers. So I was worried going into this game. This was going to be no slouch of a team that you just rolled over. But if you, as the Green Bay Packers organization, think you're the team that you want to be, then you need to get these type of victories over these type of teams. You need to get this victory today. And they most certainly did that. And like I said, Arizona came in today 2-3, but their big key thing was they had the fewest amount of penalties per game going into the NFL season. They only averaged about 3.5 penalties in a game this year, which was fewest in the NFL. And by gosh, they had like 9 in the first half, 9 penalties, like 3 offsides penalties, courtesy of Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love getting the offense going, getting upset and hitting them with the hard snap counts. Hot! Oh, can. Hot! Yeah. Absolutely beautiful shit by this offense, getting them to jump. Wish these referees would just let them play out the snap. Like, yeah, you don't want to cause craziness, injuries, potential wild stuff, but if these guys go off sides, unless if it's super blatantly, let the play happen because you can create huge, big momentum plays off of these free plays. So, yeah, Arizona had like 9 penalties in the first half alone. I think they finished out 13, 14, 15 penalties. So just completely shot themselves in the foot. It was so awesome. And then when you think of the Arizona Cardinals, you think of their I think he was the 4th overall pick, Marvin Harrison Jr. I absolutely loved his tape coming out of the draft. Obviously, Green Bay wasn't going to be picking him. They were in the 20s range. But you wanted to see that matchup with him and Jair all game long, and we didn't get to see that, unfortunately, due to Harrison getting a concussion, thus putting him in the blue tent, and then ultimately he gets ruled out of the game, so he didn't contribute at all. It was early on in the game, so kind of a nice factor for Green Bay. Hopefully Marvin Harrison comes back healthy because I think he's going to be awesome in this league. I really liked their other receiver, the kid out of Stanford, Michael Wilson. Really liked his tape in the pre-draft process. A couple years back, he wasn't right. I think I specifically wrote down he was nothing special, but just very, very solid overall. Very, very good to great in everything, but nothing like worldly. Wasn't the fastest, wasn't the strongest, but great hands, great feet. Would have loved if the Packers drafted him, but went to Arizona. So he was a guy that you had to look out for. He did get a touchdown today, so props to him. But this game, in my opinion, comes down to how great Jeff Hafley, the new defensive coordinator for the Packers, did today. And this defense showed up today. You absolutely love to see it. Like I said, it was calm the whole game. I was just watching and enjoying. It was really nice to not come out with, supreme emotional damage to my psyche when watching these games, and it was just relaxing. And it was like that because this defense came to fucking play. Carl Brooks, I mentioned him last week, once again, came out and balled his ass off. I think he needs to be in the starting rotation, if I'm being honest. Had a huge punch out against James Conner, the running back, and he recovered the ball after he punched it out. Another forced fumble created by Evan Williams, the rookie out of Oregon. He punched the ball out with Jair Alexander recovering. Another one, too, another punch out where Kenny Clark recovered the football. Just, this defense is turning the ball over, is my point. You know, I think I saw a stat where Green Bay had 18 takeaways. And I'll repeat this once again. 18 takeaways all of last season. They already have like 15 or 16 already, and we're only 6 games into this season. It just goes to show, although maybe the defense isn't like isn't ball busting on the rush defense, it isn't ball busting on the pass defense, but you cannot doubt that Jeff Hafley has implemented turning the ball over on this defense. Not to be that fucking guy, but what was the big thing? You know, in the 96 Super Bowl, played in New Orleans. They were the number 1 defense in the NFL. What was the 2010 Super Bowl championship win? They were number 1 in turnovers taken away. So you need to win that point differential in turnovers, and I think as if you are winning that percentage, your stat to win goes through the roof. And man, 3 turnovers today, no interceptions, but man, just absolutely lights out by this defense. Although Quay Walker led the team with 11 total tackles and 10 of them being solo tackles. I still, maybe I'm just a harsh grader, and I've been damaged by the guy, quite a bit, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing. Even though he led the team in tackles, I still think he could have done more. Like, I still think he could have had like 15 tackles, and he just, I just don't think he's the Mike. But what was beautiful about that was I saw a couple packages today where Edgerrin Cooper, who had 8 total tackles, 6 solo tackles himself today, lined up at that Mike spot while Quay Walker was in that outside linebacker Mike, Sam and Will position. And I absolutely love to see that. I know Jeff Hafley is watching these videos. I know he is listening to what I have to say and making these stuff happen, because I think Edgerrin Cooper, I know, I'm just kidding. I am just totally kidding. But Edgerrin Cooper, I think he needs to wear that green dot on that defense in the middle linebacker, because he is flying all over the place. He reads run gaps very well. He flies to the football. I mentioned in previous videos, Quay Walker, when, if the running back's running through the B gap, Quay Walker will run in the A or C gap, and it's like, bro, just read the play. I know it's NFL and all this stuff, but Edgerrin Cooper does that to a great level, and he plays fast and physical. That's why he was my favorite draft crush in this last year's NFL draft, and I just love what I'm seeing from that kid. The other guy that is playing really well is Evan freaking Williams, like the rookie safety out of Oregon, and he was a 4th-round pick and just was playing super well in coverage all day. I mentioned how he punched the ball out and got a turnover today. That kid needs to be on the field full time. I've seen enough. He needs to be on the field full time. Now you got Xavier McKinney, who is going to be an all-pro, when all is said and done, I believe. He's solidified 1 safety spot. And then you got the 2nd-round pick, Javon Bullard, who also had a good game today, 8 total tackles, 7 solo. He played great today too, but it's just like, where are you fitting all these guys in? Who gets the spots and who gets the total snaps? But I think Evan Williams definitely needs to get more. He needs to be on the field way more often than he should. No sacks today. So kind of disappointing when you see that on the stat sheet, but I think Gary was bringing a lot of total pressures today. Same with Kenny Clark. Even though Kenny Clark only had like 1 total tackle all game, he was getting pressure. He just needs to make those tackles. He was dominating the line, and so was Rashawn Gary, but just want to see more from this defense. I'm hoping next week you got a big game against the Texans. Those guys need to fucking get after it. Plain and simple, period. Rashawn Gary, Kenny Clark need to have huge games next week. Preston Smith, same with him too. Absolutely. Yeah, so defense just absolutely won this game today. Held them to 13 points. Held in Kyler Murray, a guy who absolutely runs his fucking ass off. That's part of the reason why they didn't get any sacks today is, Kyler Murray is one of the most dangerous guys on the field when running the football and scrambling out of the pocket. So credit to them. But to hold them to 13 points, absolutely beautiful shit. Moving on to the offense. Offense had a big day today. Love to see it. Jordan Love, 22 completions today on 32 attempts, 258 yards passing, 4 touchdowns to go along with 1 interception, which I'll mention, the 1 interception was an absolutely beautiful ball, but Bo Melton slipped on the play. Green Bay grass, and it was rainy, blah, blah, blah. He slipped, and so it was just like a clear pass to the cornerback, but if he wouldn't have slipped, in my opinion, it would have been a perfect ball. But anyways, Jordan Love, 4 touchdowns today, 119 passer rating. Love to see it. Played a great game. Josh Jacobs, 18 carries, 62 yards rushing to go along with 3 catches for 28 yards. Emmanuel Wilson, 7 carries, 54 yards rushing. Bo Melton, who was going against his brother today on defense, Max Melton, that was cool to see. He had Bo Melton lined up in the receiver spot and Max Melton lined up in the DB spot, so they were going head-to-head against each other. You absolutely love to see that as a football fan. Happy for them. But Bo Melton had 1 catch for 6 yards to go along with 2 rushing attempts for 27 yards, so nice to see Matt trying to get him going in this offense. Christian Watson had a huge day. Even though only had 3 catches for 68 yards, he had that 44-yard long touchdown bomb by Jordan Love. Absolutely beautiful throw. This is what I've been talking about. Christian Watson opens up this offense to the next fucking level. In my opinion, the offense was looking really good so far, but when you have a healthy Christian Watson, who is this amazing vertical threat, amazing speed threat, and he's getting better constantly at his catching ability, it just breaks open this offense and forces defenses to know where Christian Watson is and have to play off of him. And he's just absolutely, he had a great play. Jordan Love, play action, bombed it to Christian Watson, 44 yards. Love to see that. Another thing you love to see, Romeo Doubs, a man who was out last week due to suspension because he didn't show up for his fucking team last week, came back to work this week, went to practice every single day, and had 3 catches for 49 yards and 2 beautiful touchdowns. The last one specifically, Jordan Love was getting blitzed. Hot. He's running, he throws it, and Romeo, and by the way, Jordan Love threw it off platform, just absolutely rocket ball too. But Romeo Doubs made a beautiful catch, had to find the ball, and reached out for the end zone. It was so cool. Love to see that. But nice to see Romeo Doubs get back to being Romeo Doubs, because he is by far your best catcher in those 50-50 balls. Out of all the guys on the team, you want to throw it to Romeo Doubs if you need a catch type. You need him to bring down the ball with his hands. Nice to see Ben Sims, after Luke Musgraves got put on IR this week, so he'll be gone for the next 4 weeks. It was nice to see second-year tight end Ben Sims get a couple catches for 38 yards today. Jaden Reed, once again, didn't have big stats, but was a key contributor to this whole game today with, his jet motions like he always does, including 6 catches for 28 yards and a touchdown. The first one to start off the day. Absolutely love to see it. He's just a dog, number 1 favorite Packer, without a doubt. This offensive line held, even though we didn't get any sacks on defense, our offensive line helped us out on the other end by holding the Arizona Cardinals to 0 sacks today too. So it was nice to see them keep Jordan Love safe and healthy, and played really great. Because especially too, once again, Matt LaFleur having the first round pick Jordan Morgan go in at guard, switching out with Sean Ryan in between series. I would love to know, like, I can't imagine that's like, an easy transition for these guys to be switching out in and out each series, just to I think it's just they just want to figure out who's the best guy, and they want to give both of these guys reps and both of these guys playing time and experience. But it was nice to see Sean Ryan and Jordan Morgan do pretty good today, and even with rotating, holding them to 0 sacks. Zach Tom played his ass off. Once again, he's going to be an all-pro, bar none Pro Bowler by the end of the year, in my opinion. Just absolutely love to see how this game was. Next week, you have a big one, a very big one, against the now 5-1 Houston Texans coming into Lambeau. Green Bay is going to be wearing all icy white uniforms, and that's going to be a huge one. It's going to be a noon game. In my opinion, it should have been a Sunday night, but it's going to be a big, big game. But I want to end this video by saying the Green Bay Packers are 4-2 right now, but still last in their division, all said and done. No matter if Detroit loses today, they'll be last in their division. No. I stand correct. If Detroit loses, they'll be last. But the matter of fact is that Green Bay, they'll be 4-2, and they'll be third or fourth in the division. Just goes to show how tough this division is. Without a doubt, the Bears are playing great right now, especially Caleb Williams. He's just, in my opinion, he's doing great stuff for that Bears team. Obviously is gonna go through rookie bumps, but he is gonna be a great player for that Bears team, and that defense is top 5, no doubt about it. Hurts my heart to say that, but they're a top 5 defense, and Detroit is doing great things. I just looking up at the screen right now, and Brian Branch from the Detroit Lions just picked off Dak Prescott, and a man who I thought was the number 1 safety in a couple years ago's class. So it hurt my heart to see him go to the Lions, but get a big interception there. But Detroit up right now in the Cowboys, and then you got Minnesota Vikings, the most surprising team of the year this year, who is still undefeated. They're on a bye this week, so they'll stay on top of the division. But what in my opinion, I think the Super Bowl representative from the NFC will be from this division, the NFC North. If it's the Packers, if it's the Lions, if it's the Vikings, I don't think the Bears are going to be going to the Super Bowl. Sorry Bears fans. I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl, but they are an ascending team, no doubt. I just think one of those teams is going to be representing the Super Bowl this year. And if you agree with me, I would love to know your team and what you think about this division down in the comments here. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you do me a monster favor, like this video, leave a comment what you thought about this game and what you think about this NFC North. I'd muchly appreciate that. If you want to follow me, I'll put my Twitter description, a Twitter username down in the description. And just thank you for watching, and as always, go Pack, go.